Now, we're going to turn to Italy now, because a camp that was once the biggest reception centre for asylum seekers in Europe has closed. It was called Mineo, it was on Sicily, and at its peak it housed more than 4,000 migrants. Now it's closing. No surprise that earlier we saw Matteo Salvini, Italy's Deputy Prime Minister and Interior Minister, on the site earlier. Remember, he leads the right-wing League Party and is the driving force behind Italy's tougher immigration policies. And this is what he told reporters.
This was a promise I made not only to Sicilians but also to Italians. The biggest migrant centre in Europe, a business worth millions of euros, became a base for Nigerian mafia, for drug smuggling, for prostitution, for violence in Patagonia, close to here. I was called mad when I promised I would have shut it down, but we reduced the number and reduced it again, and today we have 0 migrants here.
One of the reasons this centre can close is that fewer migrants are reaching Europe. The International Organization for Migration says that this year around 40,000 people have arrived. At the same point last year, that figure was over 140,000. We also know migrant deaths at sea are down, though they're still high. Almost 700 people have died this year or gone missing. At the same point last year, that figure was close to 2,300. Now, as you'd expect, and as you've just heard, Matteo Salvini is claiming that his policies have delivered the shift in these figures, but they aren't the only reason. Now, it's worth saying that while the numbers are generally down, there's been a slight increase in arrivals since June. Here's more evidence of that. These people are part of a group of 44 who were rescued in the Mediterranean on Monday. We know they were coming from Libya. The same rescue boat picked up 65 others last week and handed them to Malta. And these charity rescue boats are very much being targeted by the Italian government. If they enter Italian waters without permission, they can face a fine of up to 50,000 euros. Vessels also risk being impounded. That happened to this charity boat. It's called the Alex. Its captain's now under investigation. And Matteo Salvini's been announcing even tougher measures aimed at these boats. And let's make no mistake, Mr. Salvini's approach is popular. His League Party got the most votes in Italy's recent European elections, picked up 34% of all votes cast. Not everyone approves, though. Italy's newspapers are reporting that Pope Francis won't meet with him because of this issue. And here is the Pope celebrating Mass yesterday in St. Peter's Basilica. It was a special Mass just for migrants and for people from organisations that help them. And here's some of what the Pope said.
These last ones are abandoned and cheated into dying in the desert. These last ones are tortured, abused and violated in detention camps. These last ones face the waves of an unforgiving sea. These last ones are left in reception camps too long for their stay to be called temporary. This, brothers and sisters, is about a tremendous responsibility from which no one is exempt.